Tucker Carlson, the Republican Party has to figure out its future. Carlson, the Republican Party, stop sucking up the people who hate you. Tucker, I couldn't agree more. Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. Not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome back to Crisco's Corner from Fox News. This is a segment on Tucker tonight. I was going to do a story on AOC's fake outrage about the inhumane treatment of the immigrants, but I thought, you know what, I'm so sick of her I could scream. I think this is important to talk about. Tucker Carlson, the Republican Party has to figure out its future. Carlson, the Republican Party, stop sucking up the people who hate you. Tucker, I couldn't agree more. Let's read on. During his Friday broadcast of Tucker Carlson Tonight, the host Carlson addressed the future of the Republican Party, saying it has a decision to make to become the party of the middle class and revert to the party beholden to Wall Street. Carlson says, now that the smoke is cleared from the last election and Donald Trump is gone, the Republican Party has to figure what it is and what it should be. Is it going to be the GOP of 2006, foreign wars plus corporate tax cuts, the party of John Boehner and Liz Cheney? It's what it's been for a long time. Or will it become, or has it already become, something very different from that, something new and potentially much broader than what it was? That's the question. And I think Trump did that. Congressman Jim Banks of Indiana has thought a lot about it. Banks released a memo this week that seems to answer that question conclusively. The Republican Party, he writes, is no longer the arm of the Chamber of Commerce. In fact, it is already the party of the American middle class. We know that because they're its voters. Carlson then provided examples of occupations such as mechanics, janitors, small business owners who overwhelmingly supported Donald Trump in the 2020 election. Compare the occupations such as college professors and bankers who backed Joe Biden in large numbers. Now, I live in upstate New York in the early 2000s, 2007. I was a sitting city council member. It's a medium-sized city. It was no big deal. And I was a Democrat at the time. And in 2013, I left the party, so it had nothing to do with Trump. I saw where the Democrats were going. The Democrats, I have to give it to them. They are so slippery and so slick. They went from the racist party of Jim Crow to the defenders of non-white people, which is crap. They're the worst racists that ever existed, but they pulled it off, not completely, but damn near. And now the progressive Democrats are the party of Wall Street, huge corporation, and multinational corporations. And slowly over time, and Trump speeded that along, I should say, the middle class, just upper middle class, has taken over as voting for the Republican Party. The progressive Democrats now are owned by a big tech, social media monsters. It's insane what's happened. They even went as far, these social media monsters, as Facebook and Instagram, will not even play President Trump's voice on their platform. Saw the note that Laura Trump got for her podcast when she interviewed her father-in-law, former President Trump. And their message said to them, we will not allow Trump's voice on our platform. These people are out of control. The Democrats, I got to give them this. They're extremely well organized, and they stick together for the most part. Republicans, not so much. You've got to stop trying to work with people that hate your guts, period. I'll give you a classic example. Right after the electoral vote count, it showed Lindsey Graham fist-pumping Kamala Harris. I'm sorry. That was ridiculous. Lindsey Graham is part of the old neocons. The 20-year war guys in Afghanistan. I do have to give him credit. He grew a spine. He stood up for Judge Kavanaugh. I'm beginning to wonder now what the hell is really going on. We see the Democrat Party has morphed into leftists and progressives. Now, are they the higher percent of the Democrat Party? No, but they control it, so it's just the same. The Republicans are going through a metamorphosis as well. That the working class blue-collar workers, what's left of them in the United States, are gravitating to the Republican Party because of Donald Trump. Those are all facts. And whether you like each side or hate each side, those are all true. Carlson says, how should the Republican Party respond to these facts? For starters, how about sucking up to the people, stop sucking up to the people who hate you? They can't be reasoned with. Don't waste your time. You're at war. Diplomacy isn't going to work. The shots have already been fired, metaphorically, so the algorithm doesn't kill me here. The war has already started. Can't make peace. Somebody's going to lose and somebody's going to win. If the progressives win, the Democrats win, then the American people lose. If the Republicans win and grow a spine and do the things they promised to do, then the American people win. Stop sucking up to people who hate you. Absolutely. Corporate America has gone mostly hard left, so stop doing their bidding. Absolutely. Don't help the people who want to hurt you. And then when you get a minute, start representing and defunding your own voters. Defending your own voters. Find the people who vote for you and do something for them. Absolutely. The issues aren't complicated. We know what they're interested in. Control the border, demand fair trade deals, fight the power of big tech, stand up for small business, and as you do all this, denounce wokeness as the immoral autocracy that it is. Wokeness, bank rights, was cooked up by college professors and then boosted by corporations. Of course it was, and that's why normal people hate it. All normal people, no matter what they look like. Absolutely. This virus, this progressive wokeness and race theory is a virus that's infesting this country that will end up killing more people in the end than COVID-19. I believe that to be true. That's not an outrageous statement. And at minimum will destroy millions of lives, this economy, and the Constitution. They're wiping their behinds with it. 10, 20 years from now, if this continues, you're not going to recognize this country. I'm not talking about skin color and race. I'm talking recognizing this country for what it stands for, the Bill of Rights, God-given rights. They're taking them away. You even had the new president, President Biden, asking the Supreme Court if they'll waive that you need a warrant to search somebody's house for guns. And just enter it without a warrant. This is what's coming. This is what's coming. 74 million plus people voted for Donald Trump. The most for any sitting president in history. Granted, he lost. Those people can't be ignored. It was skin-tight election. Give you an idea, the state of Arizona, if my memory serves correctly, out of almost 3 million votes cast, there was 11,000 vote difference. That's a rounding error, practically. Folks, we're in the fight of our lives. We're in the fight for the United States and the Constitution. And I believe the Republican Party can fix this. They have to get their crap together. They have to start working together. Get the guys like Mitt Romney and all the neocons. Get them the hell out of there. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Their days are over. If we continue in the old ways as Republicans, we will lose. But even more importantly, the American people will lose as well. And once the Constitution is busted into pieces and once they wipe their butts with it, It's never going to come back. It's like killing something. Once it's dead, you can't bring it back to life. We are in the fight of our lives. When I say we, I mean people that believe in this country and people that believe in the Constitution of the United States and people that believe this is the best country in the world and the best country that has ever existed in the history of the human race. There's a lot at stake. A lot at stake. I'm 64. It won't affect me that much. What about my kids? What about my new granddaughter who just turned 2 in February? We have to leave something behind for them. Like the old Boy Scout saying when you go camping out in the woods, you leave the place where you were at better shape than when you found it. And that's not happening. It's not happening, folks. It's time to rise up. It's time to organize locally, especially school boards, local city councils, mayor's races, DA races. That's where the virus is infecting and killing this country. We have to band together. And social media is making that impossible. I believe in the next 2, 3, 4 years, you're going to see new tech companies come up that will allow open speech, freedom of speech, conservative points of view. Can you imagine Facebook and Instagram saying they will not allow the voice of a former president to be on their platform? These people are nuts. They're power hungry and they're crazy and they're sociopaths and they need to be stopped. And as usual, the future of this country is going to be shaped by the American people. Don't be one of those guys that sits on the sidelines and says, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Get organized. Try to get a hold of your local party. The Republicans need to grow a spine. We are at war. Stop bringing a knife to a gunfight. There's too much at stake. Republicans, get your crap together. And as Tucker Carlson says here, stop sucking up the people who hate you. And until next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.